some people, like, if their intention is to just be the pop artist, then so be it. I think, to me, I think Drake comes from hip-hop. Like, when I first heard him rhyming, I was like, yo, this dude rhyming. Yeah. And he was, and if he goes out and makes songs that are popular, that's what it is.
But he's still an MC.
And also Drake's never Pitbull. He never went Flow Rider Pitbull with the pop.
Listen.
One of Drake's former enemies has come to his defense. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Oleezeh. Don't forget to subscribe. In case you don't know, Mos Def questioned whether Drake is hip hop. He sarcastically answered a question from an interviewer and said that Drake was pop and he does very likable music. Music is basically made for shopping. Damn, Mos Def. He wasn't holding back that day. Mos Def and Drake went back and forth a little bit online. Nothing really has gone on to music, which I would love to see. So that would be a battle that I would definitely tune in for. But a surprising MC has come to Drake's defense. Common and Mos Def, we all know, are very good friends. They're part of the whole real hip-hop era in the back of the late 90s and mid-90s. There's people like spitting bars and lyrics and being creative. Real traditional type of hip-hop. Was on Hot 97 with Ebro, and he got to talking. They asked him about the whole Drake and Mos Def back and forth, whether Drake is really hip-hop and all that. Because this question has really divided the whole hip-hop community. But here's what Common had to say about that.
And this idea of hyper-consumerism in rap, or specifically like trying to be everything to everybody and all of these kind of touch points that was in that convo. What's your opinion on that?
Well, I wrote a song called I Used to Love Her, and that joint was really speaking to that to a certain degree. Like, at that time, like, what? Like, when it started becoming real corporate and losing the purity of it. I think now, artists can be artists, meaning, like, everything is, some people, like, if their intention is to just be the pop artist, then so be it. I think, to me, I think Drake comes from hip-hop. Like, when I first heard him rhyming, I was like, yo, this dude rhyming. Yeah. And he was, and if he goes out and makes songs that are popular, that's what it is.
But he's still an MC.
And also Drake's never Pitbull. He never went Flow Rider Pitbull with the pop.
Listen, the dude is an incredible songwriter. He's an incredible artist, man. Yeah. Like, you can't touch that many people without having some type of, especially on for a long enough period of time as he's been doing it. Like, it's pop artists, excuse me. It's pop artists that they have a hit and it's gone and you forget, oh, who was that? But this man has touched different aspects of culture, like, and been able to continue to do it. So, you gotta have some respect and know that, like, yo, this dude is a very talented artist.
And at the same time, I think you said it, Rosenberg. Everything's right in the world when Mos Def has a problem with someone like Drake's consumerism. Like, that's most isn't supposed to.
Right.
That's who Yasin Bey is.
It's very on brand for him.
Yo, Yasin and Yasin is a genius, man.
Yeah, buddy. And on a side note, I agree with what Common said, to be honest. Drake can rap. We've all heard Drake on beats, and he's rapping and rapping and rapping. Bars, flow, different type of flows and styles. The guy can rap. Let's not pretend, people, whether you're a Drake fan or not. But let's not pretend as well, he has gone super pop. Particularly in the last couple albums. I think he's just lost himself creatively, and he's doing a lot of very commercial, young people's type of hip hop. Like, Drake's always been commercial, but in early Drake was doing some different type of songs like No New Friends and Started From the Bottom. These are all commercial sounding, and they did very well in the pop charts, but they were also sounding very creative and different. But now he's just doing some wild stuff to keep with the young people, which is a bit disappointing, I ain't gonna lie, because once you get to that position where Drake is an iconic legend, if he puts out any music, it's gonna do well. For him to just to follow the trends almost is a bit disappointing from your leading artist in the genre. And in music, he's the biggest selling artist in music, really, isn't he? But I agree with a lot of Common's points. Like, Drake has shown in the past he can really rap. He's got bars, he can spit, but he does makes also big pop songs as well. He wants to tread that line. Jay-Z was like that. Jay-Z was very respected, very lyrical, but he at the time was one of these rappers that was making big pop songs. Not as big as Drake's taking it to, or Ja Rule took it, or even 50, but Jay-Z definitely tread that line of being lyrical and also being a pop star. I mean, that's how he got Beyonce, hey? Let's keep it real. And made loads of collaborations with Beyonce that were very pop. Let's keep that 100. But you don't let me know, what do you think about Drake? Whether you think Drake is a pop star or does represent hip hop. I'm a bit divided on that. I think overall, he is a hip hop artist, but the music he's putting out is pop, in my opinion. As much as hip hop has grown and changed, there's still elements of hip hop you could put in your music, and he's just purely. The only thing about him that's hip hop really for me, this stage for me, is the fact that he's rapping. His beats, his subject matter is all a bit tailored to the pop audience and pop charts. It's like, look, you go back to Will Smith. He was rapping. Nobody was calling Will Smith hip hop for most of his career. They looked at him like a pop star, which he was. He was a hip hop star doing pop kind of hip hop. You get me? But I think this debate is gonna go on forever. Like, even when Drake stops rapping, people will actually say, was Drake actually a hip hop artist? He rapped, he did hip hop, but he also sang a hell of a lot. In the beginning of his career, that's what most people liked about him. It was the actual singing. I was the opposite. I liked more of his rapping, and I think his rapping has improved. Will people consider him a pop star, a hip hop star, or just a musician? I believe Drake is hip hop, but he has just morphed into a pop star. He's tried to be on that line, but he definitely is more. I believe he's actually even more interested in being a pop star, having the big hits, rather than having that respect from other rappers. You can tell because of how the type of, you listen to all his recent albums, they are tailored to pop audiences. He's trying to cater to audiences in Latin America, normal America, overseas and Europe, and you can't be tailored to everybody and still trying to say you're a hip hop star. That hip hop is a one sex, and you can't do that and claim to be just a hip hop artist, in my opinion. But again, people, let me know in the comments what you think about comments about Drake. And again, do you think Drake is hip hop or is a pop star, or both? You let me know in the comments, people. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.